Hello everyone, my name is Grace and I am a drama therapist for CW+. I'm really happy to be bringing you this video today. We are going to be creating our own characters during this video, and the way we're going to be creating them is through props such as clothing and shoes. And I really think clothing and kind of props that a character has really can tell you a lot about what that character is like. So we're going to get started, as always, by doing a check-in. So just take a bit of a breath. And maybe feel your body a bit before we start. Decide how you think you're feeling today. I'm feeling a bit out of sorts today, a bit under the weather, because I have hay fever today and it's making me have a headache and I'm quite tired. So I would say out of sorts and under the weather is my feeling today, and that's my check-in. So if you really feel your body, allow yourself to breathe and think about what your check-in is and how you're feeling, and what phrase or word you would use for how you're feeling today. My check-in was a phrase, out of sorts or under the weather. They're both phrases. So maybe yours is more than a word, yours is a phrase like mine is. So just decide what that is, and I'll give you a moment now to say it out loud. Say your check-in out loud now. Thank you. And now we're going to put our check-in into a sound and a movement. So I'm thinking of under the weather and out of sorts. How would that look in a sound and a movement? Okay, so that's my sound and movement. I'll do it again. Now, it might have been slightly different the way I did it the second time to the way I did it the first time, but that's okay because time changes things, and sometimes we change how we feel and how we do things. So now it's your turn to change your word or phrase check-in into a sound and a movement. I'm going to leave you the space to do that now. Thank you. I'm hoping that my headache doesn't get in the way too much of this video, and I'm hoping I can breathe throughout this video through my hay fever. So just think about how you hope your check-in can either help you through this video, or maybe it might hinder you through this video, and just pay attention to that feeling as we move through the activity. And as always, take your time. If you need to pause the video at any point, you can, and only do what you can do from where you are. So whether you're lying down, sitting down, standing up, it's absolutely fine, and only do things at your own pace. There's no need to push yourself today. So next, we're going to think about if we were a type of clothing today, what type of clothing would we be? So have a think. If you were a type of clothing today, what type of clothing or piece of clothing or accessory or type of shoe would you be today? Today, I think I would be a hat. I would be a really, really tight cap with a peak that's really, really tight around my head. And I think I'm imagining a blue hat, like a dark blue hat. And the reason I would be that kind of hat today is because I can almost feel it digging into my head, which is creating a little bit of a headache for me today. So have a think about what type of clothing you'd be today. And you can say it out loud, or you can tell the person you're with if you're with someone. And I'll leave you space to do that now. Thank you. We are going to look down at our clothes now. Now I'm going to stand up for this so you can see what I'm wearing today, but you don't have to, you can stay where you are and just have a look down at what you're wearing today. How is what you're wearing a part of you? Is it expressing an emotion for you today? Maybe you're wearing clothes that are bright because you're feeling happy today. Maybe you're feeling clothes that wrap you up really warm because you're feeling a bit under the weather today. Or maybe you're just wearing clothes that are really comfortable, exactly like me. So this is probably the most comfortable outfit I own. A really loose top that allows me to move and breathe, and really loose trousers that I can just lounge around the house in. So these clothes are very comfortable for me today because feeling out of sorts and under the weather, I just want to be comfortable and I want to feel good. But today I'm also wearing this bright coloured bracelet. This was a present from someone. They made it for me and it brings me a little bit of colour and happiness when I look down at it. So think about how what you're wearing today represents you and how what you're wearing today expresses maybe a part of your personality. So for example, I'm wearing, as you saw, very loose fitting clothes because it allows me to move around, and it's not just for comfort, it's because my job is a drama and movement therapist and it's really useful for me to move around a lot and have lots of space in my clothing so that I can be the best drama and movement therapist I can be. And of course, our clothing makes us feel either confident or maybe we don't like what we're wearing and it makes us feel self-conscious. Maybe our clothing makes us feel pretty or beautiful or handsome, or maybe this outfit I've got on today, it makes me feel ugly. I don't like it. I don't know why I chose it today and I regret choosing this outfit today. There could be many, many emotions attached to your clothing. So just have a think about what your outfit means to you today. And like I did, you can look at your accessories. I even have a yellow hairband in today to make me feel a little bit brighter. So thinking of all of these things, keeping them in your mind. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to put on a little bit of music and we're going to move in our clothes, feel how they make us feel, and allow that to come out in our movements. So, think about how you're feeling in your clothes today and allow that feeling to move your body. And you can take your clothing and move it as you're moving. Whew, whew. Any sounds that come out are welcome. Whee! So if you're feeling a bit self-conscious in your clothing today, you might be moving a bit like this. Whatever feels right to you today. And just take this opportunity to warm your body up a little bit as well before we start the main activity of the video. We're just going to bring that down to stillness. Hopefully we all feel connected to our clothes and slightly more warmed up. If you want to pause the video and move for a little bit longer, then that's absolutely fine. You can do that now. But it's time now to go on our journey to find our character. The way we're going to do this is, I have next to me here 4 pairs of shoes, and these are just for inspiration. If you are thinking of a very different pair of shoe to what I've got down here, you can put those shoes on instead. If I run through my shoes first, and then you can choose one of my shoes that I have next to me, or you can think of your own shoes if you would rather put those on for your character today. So, first shoes I have are some trainers. Black and white trainers. These could be boys or girls trainers. They're a bit messy at the back, but all in all, quite clean. So think about if you want to pick these shoes for this video today, what kind of character would wear these shoes? Next pair of shoes, some smart girl shoes. They're shiny and black, bit dusty, but they have a white rim around the edge as well. So if you want to pick these shoes, think about what kind of character would wear these. Next we have some sandals. These ones are silver, but you could think of a different type of sandal. You could think of a sandal with a high heel, or maybe something like flip-flops so men can wear them as well. Think about what kind of character might wear these kinds of sandals, or the sandals that you're thinking of right now. And my final pair of shoes are some men's business shoes. So shiny black with a bit of a heel and some laces. Some shoes that a businessman might wear to work, maybe. Or maybe you can think of a different character. So if you're going to pick these shoes, think of who you might become if you put these shoes on. So it's time for you now to think of what kind of character you would like to be and what kind of shoes you would like to put on today. So you would need to leave your clothing behind because this character might not be wearing what you're wearing today. So earlier in the video we connected with our own clothing, but now we're going to put on someone else's shoes. So decide in your mind which shoes you're going to put on today. It could be one of the 4 shoes that I just showed you, or you could be thinking of a completely different type of shoe. Have a think now. Which shoe would you like to try on today? I'm going to put on a pair of white trainers. So I'm putting them on and I'm just tying the laces up, and they're bright white. They're very, very, very bright. Not a speck of dirt on them, and they're brand new. So now I'm going to be thinking, what kind of character would wear my shoes? And I'm going to go for a walk in these shoes. So I'd invite you now to think of the shoes that you want to put them on and go for a walk and see what character comes out when you're wearing these shoes. So start to walk around as your character in the shoes that you've chosen to put on today. Think about how your character would walk around the space. So my character has very, very new and very white tennis shoes or trainers on with some white laces. So my character is very, very cautious about where they're stepping. They don't want to step into any dirt or any puddles on their journey today. And as you're walking, think about who your character might be. What do your shoes tell you about them? Are they male? Are they female? How old are they? Do they have a job or do they go to school? Where do they live? And where are they right now? Where are they walking? And where are they walking to? Have a think about your character today. And really start to embody the way that they're walking. So I think I've decided that my character is going to be very nervous in their new shoes. They're quite a nervous person, they're quite anxious, and they're really trying hard not to step on any mud, any dirt on the lane that they're walking down. And I've decided that my character is going to work, and she's feeling a bit nervous because it's the first day at her new job, which is why she bought her beautiful shoes. So if you just continue to walk around your space and feel your character and emulate how they are and what they're doing, and take them on a journey. And we're going to do this together now for a few minutes, and then it will be time for us to come back to our own spaces and come back to ourselves. So I'm going to put some music on as we explore our character and as we walk in their shoes, and then we'll come back to stillness and take off our character shoes and go back to our own lives. I'm going to turn up the music and we're going to explore our character for the last time for a few minutes. And allow your character to look around the space that you're in and explore the space. What would your character be doing? And slowly, your character is starting to get to their destination. Allow them to walk towards their destination, whatever that might be, whether it's their home, their job, or maybe somewhere outside. And just let your character stop and settle in their destination, with their shoes still on, of course. Look around where you are as your character. And now you can decide if you would like to pause the video and explore a bit more as your character, maybe explore where they've arrived, where they are right now, where their destination is. But for us, if you are not pausing the video today, it's time to go back to where we are in the real world and to let go of our character and their shoes. So we're going to begin by standing up, or stay sitting down if you need to, stay lying down if you need to, but we are going to take our shoes off. So these are my lovely white tennis shoes. I'm just going to throw them away. You can decide to get rid of your shoes in a different way if you would like. And we're going to walk away from where our character was today. Allow that to leave your mind and just walk towards our present day. Look around you, take in the colours, the sounds, the smells. Look at your clothes that you're wearing. Remind yourself of why you wore this outfit today. And just start to make a rhythm on your body. And come back to stillness as yourself. Deep breath. And just say your name. Grace. Grace. And one more time. Grace. Allow yourself to get comfortable, and although we're not our characters anymore, I'm just giving you some options of what you could do after you watch this video. You can either draw your character, or you can write your character's name and everything that you explored in this session today as a reflection. Or maybe you don't want to think about your character anymore and you want to think about yourself. Maybe you could draw yourself, write a little fact file about you, where you come from, who you're friends with, who your family is. The opportunities are endless for reflection after this video. So I'd highly recommend, if you want to, for you to reflect on your character or yourself after this video, because we were exploring people today and it's nice to explore that further sometimes. Explore individuality, explore expression through clothing or through personality. So if you feel like doing that after this video, then it would be nice when we see each other again to hear about what you drew or what you wrote down. But we have to end this video soon. So I am going to create a rhythm with my hands, just with my hands clapping, and then I'm going to leave the space for you to copy that rhythm. And last one. Thank you very much for coming along with me on this journey today of exploring character and clothing and individuality. I've really enjoyed the session today and I hope you have too. And I'll see you in my next video.